In the world of podcasting, Joe Rogan has been sitting comfortably on the throne for years. His Joe Rogan Experience has dominated Spotify charts since the platform struck that massive exclusive deal with him, estimated at more than $200 million. For a long time, Rogan has been the undisputed king of long-form conversation, pulling in millions of listeners every episode with celebrities, comedians, athletes, and even controversial figures. But now, the winds of change are blowing, and surprisingly, the challenger shaking things up isn't another comedian, fighter, or political commentator. It's none other than Taylor Swift, stepping into the podcasting world indirectly through her headline-making guest appearance and massive influence, especially tied to the New Heights podcast hosted by NFL stars Travis and Jason Kelce. The New Heights podcast has already been climbing the charts, thanks to Travis Kelce's relationship with Taylor Swift grabbing global attention. Every small mention of Taylor, every subtle detail about their romance, instantly goes viral. Fans aren't just tuning in for football anymore, they're listening because Taylor Swift's presence has completely transformed the audience demographic. Millions of Swifties, who may never have watched an NFL game in their lives, are now subscribed and engaged with the Kelce brothers show. This shift is unprecedented. Imagine a podcast that was once sports-centered suddenly pulling in massive pop culture attention. That's exactly what's happening with New Heights. Episodes mentioning Taylor Swift are skyrocketing in views, flooding social media, and even outperforming Rogan's numbers on trending charts. Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok are swarming with clips, and the Swiftie fandom is proving to be one of the most powerful forces on the internet. So, where does this leave Joe Rogan? For years, his podcast has been untouchable, always ranking at the top. But recent reports and chart data have shown New Heights episodes featuring Taylor Swift mentions surpassing Rogan in key rankings, especially among younger audiences and on YouTube trending. That's a huge deal, because Rogan has always prided himself on being number one. Seeing another podcast, especially one boosted by Taylor Swift's cultural impact, slide into his territory has definitely stirred up the conversation online. Is Rogan actually losing it? Not literally, but it's no secret that Rogan thrives on being the top dog. With Taylor Swift essentially dethroning him on certain charts, fans have been joking about how Rogan must be reacting behind the scenes. The memes alone say it all: Joe Rogan, the veteran king of podcasting, now sharing space with a football comedy show turned pop culture powerhouse. But here's the undeniable truth: Taylor Swift's influence is unmatched. Her ability to cross over into industries she's not even directly involved in is staggering. From boosting NFL ratings during Chiefs games to giving a podcast like New Heights mainstream dominance, she's proving that her cultural power extends far beyond music. And in this case, it's enough to challenge the podcasting titan himself. At the end of the day, Rogan isn't going anywhere, his loyal audience will keep him on top for a long time. But Taylor Swift's indirect takeover of New Heights is showing us that the podcast landscape is evolving fast. With pop culture and fandoms driving numbers like never before, even someone as dominant as Joe Rogan has to acknowledge the Swift effect. So while Rogan might not be losing it, in the literal sense, one thing's for sure: Taylor Swift's presence has completely shaken up the balance of power in the podcasting world. And if this trend continues, we may be witnessing the start of a brand new era.